How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Vora Motors. I'm AJ Hart, and today I'm visited by Paul and Mei, who run SeVuR Break Free.
Hi, AJ. Great
Hi.
to be here.
I'm glad to have you. The mic still.
AJ, great to be here.
I'm happy to have you both here. It's cool to have you two both visiting. Now, you two both co-operate and own a scooter store.
Right.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about SeVuR?
So SeVuR is a scooter and board shop that's located in Boulder City, Nevada. We're at 1402 Boulder City Parkway, and we're about 25 minutes away from Las Vegas. And the shop sells what we describe as micro mobility concepts, personal electric vehicles, and then also personal electric watercraft. So we do e-scooters, e-boards, and also electric stand-up paddleboards, e-sups. We opened up a brick and mortar shop in January this year.
Oh, really? That's really new.
Yeah, so before we opened, we've been doing this for, like I said, 2.5 years, just going to events and whatnot, and then we've expanded because we saw more opportunities come up with other board companies and people wanting us to support us in expansion.
Now, what makes SeVuR a little bit different than most walk-in, buy your scooter and leave shops?
I think one thing that distinguishes us is the fact that we're just all electric, and that's what we specialize in.
And then if you come to us, you can try all of our scooters and all of our boards and before you buy it. So
You
if
try
like
before
it-
you ride.
Yeah.
So you can just go in, rent the scooter for a little bit, take it for an hour, and then be like, oh, I actually do like this, or oh, I don't like this.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. And we're maybe a little too generous. We don't let people just come and ride them for free, and we don't even rent them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll take them out. So
I mean, you gotta love if you're gonna buy something that's over $1,000, right?
Yeah, that's a great point.
yeah, we've had customers come from all over the Southwest, western part of the United States, just to ride and compare our inventory of scooters and what we sell.
Now, of all of the scooters that you have in your store, what ended up making you reach out to eMove and Vora?
When we were comparing the specs of different scooters, your guys' scooter specs stood out to us. You know, that was kind of an empty gap of trying to find a scooter that can go 62 miles, that can deliver the same range capabilities as an e-bike and compete with an e-bike in range, but at the same time be more portable and lightweight than an e-bike. And you guys filled that for us.
Yeah, 'cause we started with a lot of lightweight scooters with, the weight capacity of 250 or less. So we needed to move up a little bit, have a bigger scooter for bigger people and go just as fast and just as strong.
Yeah, we just recently had a customer that's 6'5", 259 pounds purchase a e-vehicle from us.
Did you recommend the Cruiser or the Touring?
So I recommended the Cruiser,
Okay.
but now that I know the information that we were talking about earlier, the Touring would have been a better recommendation.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a lot of heavier riders that say they really like the Touring. Of the customers that you've had come in, how have they really responded towards the eMove Touring and Cruiser?
They've been very impressed with the speed and the acceleration. Most of the time, after we have them ride it, they end up telling us, oh, I'm going to put it on the one setting until I can grow into this. And then we had another customer recently purchase one from us 2 weeks ago that he used to race bullet bikes.
Oh, really?
Street bikes. He wanted something to do with his son because he felt like his son was sitting too much during COVID. So he gravitated to the eMove Cruiser for the larger deck, more space for him to stand and share the deck with his son.
Oh, that's cute.
So they ride together, and now they enjoy more things together than they would have before, and he talks to us about that.
I know that I've seen a lot of people on our online community, they've actually rigged up a kiddie bar to the front of the Cruiser for that reason, so that they can have somebody just standing right there with something to hold on to.
We definitely need to look at maybe getting that product.
How and why did you two start SeVuR?
You know, it all started a couple years ago when I was working for a local government agency that's involved with transit, and we had Bird or Lime, I can't remember which company it was, that was lobbying the agency on opening up potentially to e-scooter rentals. And it was my first time I ever rode an e-scooter before. And when I rode it, I was like, man, this thing's fun. And I immediately, getting home, I talked to Mei about it. And I was like, gotta ride these. These are cool. Let's see if we can buy one. And we started researching online. Then we discovered that there were collapsible e-scooters, and I was like, wow, they even fold up, and that's even better.
Yeah.
So we ordered our first e-scooter, and it was a U-scooter Booster S Plus, and we started riding around on that thing, and then that just opened up all sorts of new excitement for us. It has evolved into what SeVuR is today.
And you said the SeVuR has been around for how long?
It's been around for 2.5 years now.
Gotcha.
We started online and then just recently opened up the store.
Yeah, we were doing events, and what really triggered our interest in doing a business is we saw the benefits to the scooters. The fact that they're portable, they're easy to use, and they're just convenient. And there's so much more useful than renting them, because you know that you're going to have a scooter there when you need it. It's not going to be gone after you get to your destination. The other thing, you know that it's maintained and properly treated properly, and it's better quality overall.
Now, one thing I'm kind of curious about is I know that I do a lot of my riding out here in LA, and when I want a nice, relaxing ride, I go check out a bunch of the murals over in the art district. What kind of rides do you find a lot of people enjoy out in Vegas?
So it varies on the user. Our favorite ride, we're biased since we live in Boulder City and our shop's in Boulder City. We absolutely love riding in Boulder City. There's a beautiful historic area to ride through town. Traffic's calm. Scenery's nice. It's a couple degrees cooler than Vegas, being 25 minutes away from Vegas and at a higher elevation. And then there's also a beautiful lake overview at the top of the town that we love to take riders to. Some of the most exciting rides, though, that we also have done that we love doing, especially in Las Vegas area, we love going downtown near Fremont Street. But,
and then behind our store, there's a bunch of trails. There's the Mountain Loop Trail.
Yeah, we love riding to a restaurant and folding up our gear and just taking it inside. And this is why she's awesome to have around. She reminds me of the things I should be doing. She's great. Anyway, so I love you. And then another area we loved riding, we took him up to Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, that's fun.
That was just so many trails, so beautiful, and already a community that's friendly and accepting of e-scooters because they have the rentals spread out there. I can tell you a quick story about an exciting ride.
Yeah, let me hear it.
So my daughter, that's 6, it was around 9 p.m. Yeah, irresponsible parent. Should have put her to sleep, but took her out on a ride with me. The other kids stayed there, though. So we went out riding down the pathway there in South Tahoe, and we came up to the McDonald's that's off the main drag there where the path forks. The one that ran parallel to the road was lit. The one to the right that took you to the beach of the lake was dark. And I was like, hey, we should ride down this path to my daughter. And she was not excited about it. She said, that looks too scary. I don't really want to do that. And I'm like, oh, come on. So I persuaded her into doing it. So we went down the dark path, and we came across some picnic tables. They were on a strip of grass between the path and the parking lot. And between those picnic tables, this trash can was tipped over, and I immediately got terrified because we had lived in Alaska, we knew that meant that there was a bear in the area. And I'm trying to process where this bear is at. Is it behind us? Is it in front of us? Immediately we see this big black bear just cross the path right in front of us.
Like a whole ass bear.
Yes.
Like a bear.
Like a bear, about as far as where the camera is from us right now. Just walk across the path into the wilderness, and then immediately my daughter and I just went the opposite direction. And
You just went the opposite direction.
Yep, we went the opposite direction, and luckily the bear had no interest in us, but it was the awesomest e-scooter ride memory we've ever had. So
That's so cool. So you've mentioned a lot of trail riding, right? What are some of your favorite scooters to take out on the trails, and why?
So I definitely love to take the eMove Cruiser because of the power, the range, and then also the lighting. We do a lot of night riding, and the visibility that comes with the lights really helps. Because a lot of scooters don't have that much lighting that comes stock with.
If I'm not riding that, or if I'm not riding the Fido with my baby, I like the GT from U-Scooters.
With that being said, I know that we brought you in today so that we could help you kind of learn a couple lessons about working on those scooters, getting them all fixed up and repaired so you can get back out on the trails again. What has been the working relationship with Voro like for you?
We love you guys. Love you.
Yeah, we just appreciate how responsive you guys are to our inquiries, and when we need information or parts or whatnot, you guys are there talking to us and communicating with us through the process. Even though at times during COVID, it's kind of made logistics a little more complex and getting parts timely and whatnot, and it's just important to have that support and that communication continuously.
Yeah, you guys always kept us updated. Even if we weren't going to get the part or the scooters for a couple of weeks, you guys always were willing to update us and send us videos. Look, your stuff is being packed, or, pictures. I love that.
Yeah.
And we're more than happy to do that. We want to make sure that all of you dealers understand what's going on here at the store or here at the shop so that you can kind of plan accordingly for your stores.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think we're at a good spot to kind of wrap up and get you two downstairs for those lessons.
Okay.
So with that being said, are there any closing remarks that you want to give out? Any plugs that you want to mention so that people can hunt you down on the internet?
We are on Instagram, SeVuR Break Free, and on Facebook, SeVuR Break Free. And you can call us at 702-358-2762.
And we also have a mission statement we'd like to share with you guys.
Let's hear it.
People always ask us, well, what does SeVuR mean? Some pronounce it SeVuR, others SeVuR. We pronounce it SeVuR, and this is why. SeVuR is how we describe the process of leaving the transportation norms of today's society to increase fun, reduce transportation costs, eliminate emissions, adopt minimalism, improve outdoor recreation, and ultimately break free. It's pronounced as SeVuR, meaning to separate. So, AJ, this has just been an awesome experience for us being here with you guys. We feel starstruck being here. Because we see your videos all the time, and you guys just do such a great job, and we appreciate your guys' influence on the industry as micromobility continues to grow and take off here throughout our country.
Yeah, we're happy to keep growing. This is a really cool and growing market, and it's really cool to see what everybody's doing to kind of make their ride specific and make sure that these things can be the future, right? Like, nothing's just given and nothing's set in stone. The companies that are coming up right now, we need to be on the ball so that people can see them as an actual option moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and sign off. We'll look at that way back camera over there. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this video helps, and I hope you enjoy your ride.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.